বাংলাদেশ থেকে আপনারা যারা এসেছেন অনেক কষ্ট করে আপনাদের আন্তরিক আমার অন্তর থেকে স্বাগতম জানাচ্ছি এবং শিলচরের সাংসদ হিসেবে বলবো যে যখন অনেক সময় আমি ফিল্ডে যাই আমার মোবাইলে দেখতে গেলে হঠাৎ দেখা যায় বাংলাদেশ টেলিকম so that's how proximate I am or how closely often I'm almost in Bangladesh going to the border areas. I was just telling my colleague Dr. Chaudhary that as parliamentarians we are in any forum doing most of the talking. But today once I entered this auditorium and I heard some very reassuring speeches and some excellent perspectives to what we can do to view our rivers as an asset rather than a liability. I really felt that today was a day for us to just listen and not talk. Having said that, now that I have got a few moments, I would say that as a parliamentarian, I can only draw from my experience in the parliament or as a MLA in the Assam Legislative Assembly. Every time we've addressed the issue of water or rivers, we are either talking about lack of water, like drought, or we're talking about the perils of having a river like Brahmaputra and Barak in Assam, or about the protest against the Subansari Dam and how much of our land we've lost to these rivers, although we always refer to the Brahmaputra as a mighty Brahmaputra. Erosion is a big issue for us in Assam, always has been. And we are consistently lobbying or debating in the parliament to declare floods in Assam as a national calamity. But today I think by coming to this conference, which is so nicely organized by Asian Conference and the government of Meghalaya, my entire perspective has changed, and I'm happy to say that over the past, I think 3 years, we have been trying to pass the National Waterways Bill. But when the UPA government was there, I'm by the way a member of parliament from the Indian National Congress, it lapsed and the Lok Sabha elections were announced. But in March of 2016, we have passed the National Waterways Bill. And like my earlier speakers have said, we are hoping that it will not just be a bill that is on paper, but in spirit. And I hope we'll convert our vision of turning rivers into an effective, cheaper, a more environmental friendly mode of transportation of goods and people. I hope that we can convert this into a reality. I have to say, after I heard both the respected commissioners who spoke in the earlier session, after hearing what Honorable Foreign Minister of Bangladesh had to say, I have no doubt that we are moving in the right direction. I have no doubt that we are moving in the right direction, and it's going to happen. I remember speaking with the Finance Minister of the Government of India. I'm not going to say whether it's the present Finance Minister or the earlier Finance Minister. I actually asked him, as a member of parliament who represents one of the states of Northeast India, and I repeatedly asked him that why is it that Northeast is not being able to see or experience that paradigm shift when it comes to economic progress? What is it that we are not being able to change for ourselves, that we are not being able to progress the way we should have despite our resources and I think all the assets that we have? Well, the first answer was a political one, which I don't think I'm going to repeat here, but the second answer was significant. He says that we have to, where we are spending thousands of crores in the Ministry of Surface Transport to build national highways, to build roads, we have to have a change in our mindset that we inject more impetus into increasing our connectivity coming through Bangladesh. Because after partition, I think that's when the geographical isolation, if you like, even social isolation of the northeastern states started. But I have to say, with BRICS in place, with BBIM in place, and many other MOUs and efforts that have been made by our government and the Bangladesh government, Similarly, the kind of understandings we're looking at with Myanmar, Bhutan, Nepal, I have no doubt that the isolation of the northeastern states are going to end. Well, I am not an expert, neither am I a bureaucrat to add to all the presentations that you all have given today, but I can say this much, and I thank Asian Confluence that today I will leave this seminar with a better perspective, more convinced that we as public representatives have to give a greater push to the government of India to actually look at rivers as a more efficient and more environmental friendly mode of transportation. I hear from the media reports that some of the companies which are looking at dredging the river Borak on the Bangladesh side is also going to tie up or have some sort of a public-private partnership with the government of India. And I hope it happens fast. I don't know how many of my friends and colleagues here have been to Borak Valley, but we experience a huge amount of rainfall. And it's very ironical because we have this river that starts right from Manipur, goes to Mizoram, goes past Silchar, goes past Badarpur, and then enters Bangladesh as Shurma. And that despite our rainfall, when our roads are breaking down, Dr. Chaudhary will tell you that Tripura is right now struggling for essential commodities which we are not being able to transport via Borak Valley, via my constituency and the neighboring district. So we are passing like 100 trucks so that the people in Tripura get fuel and, you know, whatever the goods that go through for the PDS distribution system. So what I'm saying is that it's extremely important for my valley, from where I come from, that we go speedingly and as quickly as possible in dredging the river Borak and using it in the monsoon time to transport goods, people, whatever, via Karimganj to Bangladesh. And it used to happen in the past. It used to happen in the past, but for whatever reason, that mode of transport stopped. But I really thank Dr. Sabyasachi Datta, Dr. Bibi Datta, that they thought of me as a riverine public representative, if you like. And I go back from this conference and this session far more richer, far more clearer on where Bangladesh and India stands. And for me, Bangladesh means a lot because my parents come from Sylhet. My parents come from Sylhet, and Sylheti is my mother tongue, if you like. So, and I told Dr. Bibi Datta and Dr. Chaudhary that if something like this happens in Dhaka, similar seminar, I would love to come. And I invite all of you, Honorable Ministers here, Tourism and Foreign Affairs, many delegates are here. I would love to invite you all to come to Silchar, and I'm happy to organize something better place. And I would like to sell myself hard and my constituency hard. So I hope you'll give me that opportunity. It's been a great experience. I look forward to seeing you all again. Any of my friends from Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, who happen to be Bhutan, who happen to be in Delhi, feel free to call on me, and I'm happy to exchange better and nicer ideas how we can take the northeastern region forward with your cooperation and help. Thank you so much.